So, Be'ezrat Hashem, tonight we're going to try to learn a little piece of Gemara from Masechet Betzah. And the Gemara in Masechet Betzah is talking about a case when people decide to hunt an animal. And there are rules about that, if it's allowed to hunt that animal and how you hunt that animal. And also the Gemara is talking about how to hunt that animal in Shabbat. That in Shabbat you have a prohibition. You're not allowed to hunt an animal during that day, the seventh day. But of course, if the animal jumped into your yard, into your backyard, and just like closed itself in, so over there you have different rules. So the Gemara is talking about an animal that been hunted in Yom Tov, in a holy day, and it's a whole sugya that is being discussed. But like you know, on earth, when we live in this temporary world, time is not the thing that we have in bounty, so time is short. And this is why we need to focus only on something specific. So we cannot read today all this amazing page. We're just going to read what that I want to read, and I'm going to tell you that. So the Gemara is talking about that, like we mentioned, animals that entered into a person's backyard. And the Gemara is talking about, there are two opinions that are being discussed about the animal that is called Dror. Dror, like my name, Dror. How to hunt a Dror. If someone wants to hunt the Dror, so he needs to learn that sugya. You have a problem to hunt the Dror. Dror is the sparrow or true sparrow bird. So if someone wants to hunt a true sparrow bird, so there's a problem with that sparrow. Why? You haven't seen the Pirates of the Caribbean? You can never hunt the sparrow. He will always find his way out from the cage, right? So let's see. So there is an argument. There are two opinions. Rabbi Yehuda is one opinion. So there is one opinion that is saying, I'm not going to read everything inside for you to make your life a little bit easier. So there is one opinion that is saying that if you hunt the bird into a cage, so it's the completion of the way that you hunt that bird. It's like it's yours. You hunt it already. It's yours. But there is another opinion that that bird cannot be hunted into just a regular cage. Just you need to hunt it into a smaller cage, like to a place that it cannot run away from, for sure, like not out of the cage, just even inside that cage you need like really to grab it, to fully catch it for it to be hunted. So the Gemara is asking about that argument. Why do they have that argument? Why one of the Chachamim, of the sages, is saying that it's enough to hunt that bird into a cage, and another one is saying that to hunt a bird you must catch it in a smaller cage, like really in a trap, like it's called a migdal, but it's like a very small box that grabs it. So the Gemara is answering, there is a different discussion here. The discussion is not about two birds that are the same bird. It's a regular bird and a sparrow bird. A regular bird, you just hunt it into a cage. Any size of a cage, even a large cage, when you hunt that bird that is flying into that cage, so it's yours, that's it. But with the true sparrow bird, when you put it into the cage, it's not fully hunted yet. It's not hunted. And why it's not hunted? So the Gemara is saying, because that's the name of the sparrow bird, ציפור דרור, שאינה מקבלת מרות, that is not accepting authority. It rebels, it fights, it cannot surrender. You put it in the cage, it's flying in the cage looking for the way out. It's like it doesn't rest. You haven't completed it until you really grab it, and then, like, the sad story is that the sparrow bird, when you really hunt them, like if you're really gonna catch them and hunt them, so they're dying in prison. They cannot hold on. It's an animal that cannot be possessed. שאינה מקבלת מרות. It cannot surrender. So, Tana Rabbi Ishmael learned about that sugya, about that conversation. Lama nikra shma tzipor dror? Why we're calling the sparrow bird, true sparrow, dror? Dror means freedom. Shedara babayit kebasade, that even when it lives in a house, in a closed chamber, it lives its life like that it's in the field. It doesn't feel captive. It doesn't feel the prison. It always wants to go out and to run away. So now I wanted to read another small thing for you that is written here on the side. And it's written, where is it? One of my friends helped me so greatly. Here it is. שדרה בבית כבשדה, שיודעת להשתמש בזוויות הבית, that sparrow bird knows how to use the angles of the house to every direction, means that she is flying all over the place. And her name, the sparrow bird, is because that she lives in any place. She does not have a set house. She cannot be in prison. She cannot be stuck in one place. Now, and I'm not finishing with that, need to tell you something else. And over there it's written, what that we read right now was Tosfot on that page. And the most amazing thing with all this sugya is that when you try to think about the nature of this bird, and you say to yourself, okay, so if you really want to hunt that bird, so the way, I cannot open it. My friend is trying to save my life and to send me the picture with this explanation, but I'm not able to open it while I'm giving this Facebook Live as well, while we're talking. But the most amazing thing is that when you try to understand this sugya and you want to try to understand the nature of that true sparrow bird, so you think to yourself, okay, so what's the big deal? So that bird cannot be a prisoner. Okay, I understand that. That bird must fly away and cannot be arrested and cannot be cut into that prison. We can understand that as well. But the main thing with that bird is that the bird itself, that true sparrow, it goes through that emotional thing inside of itself, that when you put it into the prison, when you put it into that chamber, so it does not give up. And this is why you call it a true sparrow, like a free bird, tzipor dror. Why? Because he does not surrender to the prison. He does not accept it and does not fall to sadness and to despair like the rest of the birds. All the birds, when you put them in prison, they say like, all right, that's it, no more freedom. They're like, that's it, I'm a prisoner, and I just need to stay here, and that's where I'm standing, and that's it, and they give up. But the true sparrow, he uses the angles and the corners of his chamber like he lives in the field. Means that he's planning, he's thinking, he's not resting over there, he's not surrendering, and he's not giving up on his right to be free. And when I finished learning this sugya, I said to my wife, but my problem is even greater than that. And I told her that my problem is that my name is not only Dror, my name is also Dror Moshe. And Moshe is a person with another Yetzer Hara. What's the Yetzer Hara of Moshe? That it's not only that he cannot be in prison, he cannot stand the fact that other people are in prison as well. So he must go and scream, let my people go. It's like, it's not only that he cannot stand the prison and he for sure gonna run for his life, for sure. Also, when he's free, he's stuck with that problem that all his siblings are over there in prison. So he must go back and to be arrested into the prison and to break through with everyone with him. And even when the Creator tells him, listen, okay, take the nation of Israel and redeem them and go and set yourselves free. So Moses is telling Hashem, no. What about all the rest of the nations that were slavered and suffering with us? We need to set them free as well. He does not leave no one behind. You understand? So I said that to my wife with tearing eyes and explained to her how bad is my luck, that not only that I need to fight for my life, I need to fight for the life of all my friends. So she told me, you have a different problem. You didn't get that sugya at all. You misinterpret all the Gemara explanation. You think to yourself that you're in a war. You think to yourself that you need to break free. You think to yourself that you need to redeem, then you need to rescue, and you just don't understand what the Gemara said. The Gemara said that the true sparrow, even when it's in prison, prison does not hunt it. All that feeling that you carry on your chest that you're in prison, that's your mistake. You're not a real true sparrow. A real true sparrow will be always happy. He lives in the house like he feels that in the feeling that he lives in the field. Under all the constrictions and under all the difficulties, he's a free sparrow. You really, for a real true sparrow, you cannot take his freedom, not because he's fighting and not surrendering and he's like, no, that's an approach, that's an attitude of a prisoner. That he's fighting with the officers and he needs to break the bars and he needs to run away. It's a mindset of a prisoner. My wife told me, you need to relax and you need to remember who you really are. And then she said the most amazing thing in the world. And she said, and I cannot even understand why people want to hunt that bird. Why to talk about it in the Gemara? I cannot understand why you're thinking about those subjects. Why to hunt that poor bird? Like, why? How do you hunt it? Should you hunt it to a cage? Do you hunt it? No, you need to grab it. No, you need to hold it. Why to hunt that poor bird in the first place? That's my wife's question and deep understanding on this amazing sugya of the Gemara. Masechet Beitza, which page? Page Kaf Dalet, wonderful, 24. Guys, enjoy your night. May the Creator bless us all. Baruch Hashem, we were able to laugh a little bit. May the blessing of heaven hover upon us all, and He shall answer all our prayers and requests in no time. Amen. The world does not exist. Because Olam Milshon Ne'elem, the world is just blocking the light of truth. The world called Alma Deshika, world of light, is just a fake. We're just inside of an illusion. It's just a fake. We're just inside of an illusion.